The official announcement that Donald Trump has declared a joint $500 billion investment involving Apple, Oracle, SoftBank, and OpenAI. This sounds like either a rumor, misinformation, or a speculative topic not backed by credible sources. No confirmed investment of $500 billion. There are no reliable news sources, as of April 2025, reporting that such a massive $500 billion investment is being made by these companies under Trump's initiative or leadership. That amount would be historic, larger than most private sector deals in history. The companies involved. Apple typically focuses on consumer tech and has large investments in supply chains and AI, but not known for political or large coalition investments like this. Oracle, a cloud and enterprise software company. Co-founder Larry Ellison has shown political support for Trump in the past, but Oracle's major deals are business-oriented. SoftBank, known for its massive vision fund investing in tech startups globally. It could feasibly be part of a large tech investment. OpenAI, an AI research organization turned capped profit company. It's backed by Microsoft, not directly tied to Trump or SoftBank. Trump's involvement. If Trump made a statement about tech companies investing in the U.S. economy or in AI, it would likely be related to campaign messaging or economic positioning, but nothing official has been reported about a $500 billion coordinated investment. Possibility of fake news or AI-generated content. There have been multiple instances of AI-generated images, deepfakes, or satirical posts circulating online that mimic real news. If this announcement came from social media or a screenshot, it's worth verifying with trusted news sites like Bloomberg, Reuters, or CNBC. Why a $500 billion investment would be unprecedented? To give you context. $500 billion is nearly the size of the entire GDP of countries like Austria or Thailand. Even massive tech investments, like the CHIPS Act or Microsoft's AI/data center spending, are usually in the tens of billions, not hundreds. If Trump did propose or endorse such an investment, it would likely be part of a campaign promise, e.g., make America the AI superpower. Aim to onshore tech manufacturing, especially semiconductors or AI infrastructure. Attempt to counter China's AI development and dominate next-gen technology. The strategic interests of each company. Here's how each company might fit into a hypothetical investment coalition, if this were real. Apple, interested in advanced chip manufacturing, supply chain security, and AI integration, e.g., Siri, Vision Pro. Oracle, has government contracts and wants to be a leader in AI cloud infrastructure. SoftBank, always seeking future-shaping tech investments, could be a capital provider. OpenAI, needs vast compute resources and strategic partnerships to scale AGI safely. They might pool resources in AI data centers, quantum computing, AI safety and alignment research, AI chip design and fabrication. But again, there's no verified coalition or Trump-led initiative doing this. Possible origins of this claim. It's possible this story came from a viral tweet or X post, formerly Twitter, using fake graphics. A satirical news site like The Onion or Babylon Bee. AI-generated content that looks official, including fake Trump quotes and media banners. A misinterpretation of smaller tech investment news, like Microsoft's $100 billion AI data center, exaggerated or spun politically. How to verify the claim. You can cross-check the announcement using Google News, search Trump, Apple, Oracle, SoftBank, OpenAI $500 billion. Fact-checking websites, Snopes, PolitiFact, etc. Company press releases, go to investor pages of Apple, Oracle, SoftBank, OpenAI. There is no credible, confirmed announcement that Trump has revealed a $500 billion investment involving Apple, Oracle, SoftBank, and OpenAI. If you saw it, it's likely fake, satirical, or misinterpreted. But if something like this does happen, it would be a major geopolitical and tech industry shift, and every major outlet would cover it. Political angle, Trump and tech power moves. Trump has had a mixed relationship with big tech. During his presidency, he clashed with companies like Twitter, now X, and Facebook, especially over censorship and content moderation. He supported Oracle's bid to take over TikTok's U.S. operations in 2020. He's advocated for bringing tech manufacturing back to the U.S., particularly Apple's supply chains from China. So if Trump were to announce a $500 billion initiative with these companies, it would likely be part of his 2024/2025 campaign messaging about America First in AI, or reclaiming tech dominance. A symbolic alignment of American tech giants against China's rise in AI and semiconductors. Possibly fictional or exaggerated to energize a political base or make headlines, even if such investment isn't real. The role of OpenAI in this story. OpenAI is central to the global AI race, but it's not independently wealthy like Apple or Oracle. It's deeply tied to Microsoft, who invested over $13 billion. It has strict non-profit governance origins, even though it now runs as a capped profit company. So OpenAI being part of a Trump-aligned, $500 billion deal would be highly unusual politically and strategically. Likely to cause massive waves within tech and ethics communities. Not possible without Microsoft's direct involvement or permission. SoftBank's involvement, could it be real? SoftBank could plausibly act as a massive funder of an AI super project, as it has done with the Vision Fund. Partner with U.S. entities to counter Chinese tech advances. Invest in large infrastructure or compute projects. But even so, no deal of this nature has been confirmed. And if it were, SoftBank would be issuing press releases, the stock market would react, and major media outlets would be reporting it non-stop. Red flags for misinformation. If the announcement you saw included AI-generated headshots or fake CNN/Bloomberg banners. Overuse of buzzwords like, Trump saves America with $500 billion AI project. No link to credible sources. Watermarked social media pages with political branding. If this was a strategic narrative, what would be the goals? Whether true or not, this kind of narrative serves different agendas depending on who's pushing it. If it's a pro-Trump political narrative, position Trump as a tech savior leading America into the AI age. Show that, even big tech is now siding with Trump. Push the idea that under Trump's leadership, America can outpace China and the EU in technology and innovation. Strengthen his economic and nationalist credentials. If it's a disinformation campaign, could be state-sponsored propaganda, e.g., Russia, China, to sow confusion about U.S. political and tech alliances. May be meant to distract or polarize audiences on tech ethics, AI regulation, or corporate influence in politics. If it's satire or meme-driven. Likely used for shock value, humor, or viral engagement. Meant to parody the tech world's obsession with money and hype. Could be mocking how easily people believe large, flashy investment announcements, especially if Trump's name is attached. Real examples of misinterpreted tech investment news. There are real stories that could have been twisted or exaggerated to create a fake Trump plus $500 billion narrative. For example, Microsoft building a $100 billion AI supercomputer with OpenAI, real. SoftBank seeking to raise another massive vision fund for AI, ongoing. Oracle trying to become a top AI cloud provider, pitching itself as the AI alternative to Amazon, real. Apple quietly investing in AI and chip infrastructure, real, but Apple never makes big public partnerships. A rumor mill or meme page could easily take all of that and say, Trump brings Apple, Oracle, SoftBank, OpenAI together for $500 billion AI megaproject. What if something is about to be announced? If you're seeing early leaks or chatter, and you're wondering, what if this is real and just hasn't hit the mainstream yet? Then here's how it would unfold. Stock market would react. If Apple, Oracle, or SoftBank were committing billions, their share prices would move. Press releases would be out, each company would file official investor notices, especially publicly traded ones. Mainstream tech media would cover it within hours. How to spot future fakes like this? Quick checklist. Check for source. Is it from a .com domain or a random image? Reverse image search any photo attached. If it's just a quote with no video or text context, assume it's fake until verified. Look at tone. Does it sound overly exaggerated, emotional, or too good to be true? What would a real $500 billion tech coalition look like? If this type of mega alliance were to happen, it would likely be structured over 10 to 15 years, not all at once. Involve public-private partnerships, likely with US government funding too. Focus on building AI supercomputing campuses, advancing AI safety and regulation, manufacturing AI-specific chips, like NVIDIA's H100/GB200 competitors, securing AI supply chains from foreign dependency. But coordinating Apple, Oracle, SoftBank, and OpenAI would be a logistical and political miracle. Why this story resonates, even if it's false. Even though no $500 billion Trump-led investment coalition exists, the reason people find it believable or spread it could be rooted in A. Timing. AI is exploding. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Sora. AI is everywhere. The US is trying to outpace China in this new race. Trump is in campaign mode and might want to show dominance in tech and economics. B. Public fascination with big numbers. People love huge numbers and alliances, especially if it's tech plus politics. $500 billion sounds world-changing, even if it's totally made up. C. Familiar names and polarizing figure. Trump is a lightning rod. Anything connected to him, whether supportive or critical, goes viral. Combining him with household names like Apple and Oracle amplifies impact. D. People want to believe in a big tech rescue or shift. With AI concerns growing, job loss, control, ethics, the idea of a big, unified investment push by US companies to get ahead is emotionally satisfying, even if it's not real yet. What would it take for this to become real? Let's imagine a scenario where something like this could happen. It would take government incentives, similar to the CHIPS Act, but for AI. Tax breaks, subsidies, grants to build AI infrastructure. Strategic crisis, a major threat from China's AI progress, or a public AI catastrophe, deepfake attack, misinformation campaign, that rallies support for a unified response. Private sector motivation. Apple wants AI hardware dominance. Oracle wants cloud market share. SoftBank wants returns from emerging tech. OpenAI wants to scale safely with massive compute needs. A broker or catalyst, someone like Elon Musk, or yes, even Trump, in theory, stepping in to say, let's make history and lead the AI future. That said, it would still take months of negotiation, public transparency, and legal filings, none of which we've seen. If it's fake, what happens now? It might go viral on Telegram, X, Twitter, TikTok, etc. News outlets might eventually fact-check it. Some people will never believe it was fake, even after it's debunked, similar to other political viral stories. You'll probably see it referenced in memes, satire, or political ads. Want me to create a hypothetical, what if it were real, summary? If you're working on content, fiction, or even just curious, I can draft a fake press release as if this was real. President Donald Trump is talking up a joint venture investing up to $500 billion for infrastructure tied to artificial intelligence by a new partnership formed by OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank. President Donald Trump on Tuesday talked up a joint venture investing up to $500 billion for infrastructure tied to artificial intelligence by a new partnership formed by OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank. The new entity, Stargate, will start building out data centers and the electricity generation needed for the further development of the fast-evolving AI in Texas, according to the White House. The initial investment is expected to be $100 billion and could reach 5 times that sum. "It's big money and high-quality people," said Trump, adding that it's a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under his new administration. Joining Trump fresh off his inauguration at the White House were Masayoshi Son of SoftBank, Sam Altman of OpenAI and Larry Ellison of Oracle. All three credited Trump for helping to make the project possible, even though building has already started and the project goes back to 2024. "This will be the most important project of this era," said Altman, CEO of OpenAI. Ellison noted that the data centers are already under construction with 10 being built so far. The chairman of Oracle suggested that the project was also tied to digital health records and would make it easier to treat diseases such as cancer by possibly developing a customized vaccine. "This is the beginning of Golden Age," said Son, referencing Trump's statement that the U.S. would be in a golden age with him back in the White House. Son, a billionaire based in Japan, already committed in December to invest $100 billion in U.S. projects over the next 4 years. He previously committed to $50 billion in new investments ahead of Trump's first term, which included a large stake in the troubled office-sharing company WeWork. While Trump has seized on similar announcements to show that his presidency is boosting the economy, there were already expectations of a massive build-out in data centers and electricity plants needed for the development of AI, which holds the promise of increasing productivity by automating work but also the risk of displacing jobs if poorly implemented. The initial plans for Stargate go back to the Biden administration. Tech news outlet The Information first reported on the project in March 2024. OpenAI has long relied on Microsoft data centers to build its AI systems, but it has increasingly signaled an interest in building its own data centers. OpenAI wrote in a letter to the Biden administration's Commerce Department last fall that planning and permitting for such projects can be lengthy and complex, particularly for energy infrastructure. Other partners in the project include Microsoft, investor MGX, and the chipmakers ARM and NVIDIA, according to separate statements by Oracle and OpenAI.